Oh, okay. I'm gonna put this grasshopper kind of better. I tried to set you guys up before I turned you on, but then things shuffle. Phew. I'm just cruising around near downtown Santa Fe. Down near, downtown Santa Fe. When you say downtown, it's not the same kind of downtown as other towns have. It's different. It's a lot of like housing, neighborhoods. There are businesses and stuff, but I don't know why I've been needing. I do know why I've been needing so much time alone. But what I don't understand about my damn self is when I need a lot of time alone, and I finally am alone, I turn on the camera. People tell me a lot that I'm very self-aware, and I always agree with them because people are constantly telling me that I am, and I think I am. I mean, but that doesn't mean I'm completely self-aware. And if you watch our show, you'll see that I'm completely oblivious. Weird. One thing I can say about myself, since I'm being self-aware, is boy, oh boy, am I vulnerable feeling lately. Just totally vulnerable. Just like feeling completely vulnerable. And what a weirdo to feel complete. And one of the things that happened for a long time is I felt really vulnerable, and I didn't turn on the camera I did, but not very often. I got really uncomfortable in front of the camera for maybe a year or two. I don't know how long, but there's still plenty of footage from that time period, so don't worry, because I would force myself to do it, and then once I turned on the camera I felt better, or whatever. I did it, and I was glad I did it. But right now I'm feeling terribly vulnerable, and I'm turning on the camera, which is weird, because one of the things I said today on Facebook was kind of in a different way from how I'm saying it right now, but is that I'm pathologically open. And I'm very pathologically open. It's a pathology. It's not healthy. It's not. But aren't you guys damn lucky I am? I mean, aren't you grateful that I am? Because you benefit from my pathology. And I benefit from it. I'm using it as not only a weakness, but also as a strength. I think somebody, can't remember if somebody honked at me. No, nobody honked at me. I'm trying to remember if somebody got all messed up and mad at me driving, but I don't think it was driving. It was and it's hard to read people. There's no way to feel confident reading people. One thing I like about certain people, and I become less this way, I think. I like people who just tell you directly what's on their minds. You may not like it, and you may end up telling them directly what's on your mind, but in response. But I really like people who are just really direct and that don't use that passive aggressive thing too much, and maybe they don't, and I don't know them well enough whether or not they are, but it's just really hard for me to deal with people who don't tell me directly what they think. But then it's also difficult to deal with people who tell you directly what they think, especially if it's negative, Well, it's not really about reading another person and what they think or how they feel. It's really about getting to the point where, not that you don't care at all, but that you don't really care what other people think. That's not, you know, something you're spending your time and fucking energy on. Well, there you have it. Well, like some people have said, you're a psychiatrist. I was there, but he didn't know it. But your not your last psychiatrist. That guy wasn't your psychiatrist, Grandma. That guy was some joker working with you for about 45 fucking minutes and diagnosing you with some really scary fucking shit there. And I'm glad you left. And then he stuck you on some fucking meds that was so fucking bad and so fucking debilitating that you got the fuck out of there and got off those fucking meds within a couple weeks. But the one before that, what he said to you one day, I don't remember what it was about, but I might remember, but the point was the result that he said, and it was helpful. And that was, what other people think of you is none of your business. And then you could have said, well, then why are you talking to me? But, you know, we understood the, you know, the intent behind it. Why are you going to a psychiatrist to tell you shit if what he thinks of you is none of your fucking business? But anyway, you know, besides that, I get it. I get what you're saying there. But I mean, you know, the actual point he was making was valid. Yeah, it's, whoa, a bird flew right in front of my windshield. It was fluttering around with another bird, having fun and being playful, which is all good, but right in the middle of the merging onto the highway thing. Hey. Oh, there's the other way on the highway. This isn't the highway, this is a highway onto the highway. And that was merging onto the highway, Well, for people who don't know who the fuck I am yet, I'm Luna. I'm coming at you from the grave. My grandma's a very healthy woman, so she talks for dogs. And she made a vow when I was alive, and it's somewhere on camera, that she would never channel for me after I fucking died, because she thought that would keep me alive. Joke's on you, Grandma, I died. I know, the joke's always on us. I know. But the point is, don't give up. I mean, you can't completely not care about what people think. I'll tell you from experience, if you don't care what the judge thinks or the police think, they arrest you and throw you in jail. I learned that one. And if you don't care what the average Joe or any person in power thinks, they're gonna exercise their power over you, whether it's the grocery store owner or employee or whatever. There's anybody in any level of power. If you don't care about their opinion of you, they'll make it known real quick. If it offends their opinion, you know, if their opinion is that they're offended by you or your behavior. And then there's your average Joe that's your equal basically in life. If they have a negative opinion of you, then you're affected by it. You can't just go through life being completely oblivious to other people's opinions of you. And I don't know what you'd call that. If you were, I've been that. You've called me, you know, I'm in jail, or I'm getting kicked off of that place, or I'm getting kicked out of that person's life, or I'm, you know, that kind of stuff. That said, it's also important to, you know, maintain your own sense of self, and after a certain point, not lose not yours, but you if you want, but my serenity that I don't have in the first place right now, not lose my serenity to give too much of a shit about what other people think. You can take what other people think or what I think of it. I can take what other people think or what I think other people think. Very confusing. You can think about what other people think and you can decide what you think they think, but in the end, you gotta not give too much of a shit and just go on with life. Let it affect you in a good way and fuck the rest. Yeah. Thank you. You always know how to say it, Luna. That's why you keep talking for me. So that's all I have to say is I will use what I think people think, because I am very telepathic, by the way. I actually literally read people's minds. I'm living proof of that, right, Grandma? Yep. And that can be challenging when you read people's minds, because their words are saying something, but their bodies and their thoughts are saying something else, and you're going, wait, let's try to read this accurately, you know. You'd think that'd be helpful in life, but it's really not helpful. It's not, I mean, it has benefits, but it can be actually make things way harder in life that I can read people's minds. You'd think it'd be helpful, like, oh, okay, now I know that, no, it's even more confusing. It's not less confusing, it's more confusing. It's very confusing. So it's not, oh, I trust the thought, because just like with language, I can misunderstand and misinterpret thoughts too. And so it's not like, oh, I trust everything that I'm reading in their minds, but I tend to trust it more. But that doesn't mean take action. Sometimes it does, but most times it's keep your fucking mouth shut and don't let them know that you know what they just said to you in their head, you know. I will tell people, hey, you told me this telepathically. But most of the time I don't. Most of the time I don't. I have to really trust that person to tell them that, you know, you just communicated to me, or you communicated to me something telepathically, and I'm taking it seriously, or I'm confused by this information. Can you clarify it? Usually they don't. But in general, I don't tell people I just read their minds. That's too vulnerable for everybody. And if you tell them, they're not generally going to make things easier on you. They're going to fucking put you on meds and admit you to the hospital. It doesn't make things easier. Well, it works out well on a show, let's put it like that, because of that ability that you've always had. You've read my mind, and you've channeled me, and my sisters and stuff, and you've had a very, very lively inner world as a result, and a very lively life. Right, Grandma? And you've given me a very lively death. Right, Grandma? Yes. That bowl was out there yesterday, and I thought of stopping and getting it. I think that was the same bowl. And now I wish I would have stopped and gotten it, because it's one of those enamel bowls. Those things are expensive and they're cool, but it's on the highway, so I'm not gonna right now anyway. Maybe I'll pull up over there sometime and walk across, and maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not making a commitment to it. Got enough stuff to deal with. So we've been organizing our clips a little bit better. We're starting channels, not channels, but spin-offs. And we call them spin-offs, and we forget to explain to y'all that they're playlists. Like there's now Rap and Roll. There's only one in it. We got to add all of them in. We got to get it organized, but we've started. And let me tell them, those Rap and Roll, those eventually going to be cooking with Jody and special guest chef Dylan Graham, and then there's going to be there's already Showering with Jody. That one is very popular, Grandma. I know people love that one. And then Dying with Luna has taken off like fireworks, hasn't it, Grandma? Yes, I love that. That and damn near hour long one called Dying with Luna. I can't remember what comes after it, but it's the voiced one. Where you was wearing your hair down. Yeah, that one. Yeah, people, 700 and some, almost damn near 800, have watched that 45-minute long one, Grandma. I know, that's beautiful. And thank you, everybody, for watching it, because, well, quite frankly, it's keeping me alive. Not literally, but that's the thing. It confuses my grandma between the literal and the figurative. She's never understood the difference. I still, I don't think I've said it, but I don't really see the difference between the literal and the figurative. The figurative is literal, and the literal, that's, don't get me wrong, I don't literally get confused between literal and figurative. Like, if somebody says, I'm literally flying through the air, that's just silly, because they're not. They're figuratively flying through the air. Right. But in my case, I am literally sitting on your shoulder, Grandma. Which one? Your right shoulder. Feel me. Feel me, Grandma. I feel your cute little face. You're little, though. You're little. I can make myself little or big, just like Alice in Wonderland, and I don't need to eat no shrooms or whatever to do it. It's just easy for me now. Easy as peasy as whatever, It's just easy. I'm almost home, dude, so I'm gonna let you go. I hate it when I get started on the roll and then it's time to get off the roll. Yeah, I know. Well, we're doing this more regularly, so you'll get more chances. So this is the Dying with Luna one. Even though, did we talk about death at all? I don't think we did. Okay, death sucks. Living is good. Keep it up if you're alive. If you're dead, sorry. Come find me up in heaven and introduce yourself, but gently. Wait, make sure I'm in a good fucking mood, poist, because I'm kind of like my grandma. I might bite your head off. Head off, literally, up in heaven. You can do that, and they'll still be fine, but... Adios, everybody. Adios, dudes. Thanks for whatever that was. It was Dying with Luna.